Hey everybody, it's Randall back with another video. I wanted to describe something to you because the scene was rather frightening. An armed group of militias overtook a government building. They were demanding change. They were angry at their leadership. They threatened elected leaders. They threatened the police that were there. They even threatened innocent bystanders. They accused the media of basically misleading the people, misstating what their mission was about. They said it was about their freedom. It was said about them. They said it was about the government getting to address their issues. For those of you playing along at home, I am not talking about what happened in Michigan. I am talking about something that happened in 1979 when a group of college students in Iran got together, armed themselves, stormed an American embassy, took Americans hostage, which basically led to the Shah being out and Khomeini getting back in charge. Now, 1979, the world was a very strange place. It was a frightening place. There was a gas shortage that we had just overcome. It was at the beginning of the AIDS epidemic. And it was also the year that a group of college students in Iran took Americans hostage, all because they wanted the Shah out. Now, you might think it's a little extreme to compare the college students of Iran in 1979 to the very people that overtook the Michigan government buildings in 2020 while they are cut from the same cloth. They use terror to get what they want. They figure if they show up armed to the teeth, that people are instantly going to cow down and give in to their demands. Well, it's not going to happen. All right? This is the one time where you need to just listen and stay at home. Your freedoms are not being tampered on, all right? We have got a crisis, an epidemic that's running wild, that is killing people. And you're upset because you can't go to the beach or get your hair cut. But what's really frightening about all this has been the response of Donald Trump, who was actually taking to Twitter to praise these people. He's even tried to convince the people of Virginia that their Second Amendment is under siege, but there's really been no evidence of that, and why he even brought that up would be pointless. But then you realize he's doing this to stir the pot. He's called these people that stormed the gates in Michigan very fine people. The same thing he said about the white supremacists in Charlottesville. He called them very fine people, said that there were very fine people among them. There is no such thing as very fine people being among white supremacists, just like there is no such thing as very fine people being part of a militia, an armed militia that's basically looking to commit an insurrection against the government, be it federal or state. And yet Trump has taken to praise these people on Twitter. He's emboldening them. This is going to end badly. I greatly fear that something is going to happen. We are going to have a major tragedy on our hands. People are going to die. All because the president likes to put out these little tweets, make himself feel big, and essentially endorse these militant groups that feel they can attack Democrats. You don't see this happen in Republican states. You see this only happen in states being run with Democratic leadership, because this is how you rule, by fear. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is trying to do right now. He is using a pandemic to rule by fear. And that is rather frightening. It is also rather frightening he has not said a single word on Twitter expressing his sorrow over the losses, to basically offer his sorrow to people that have lost loved ones to this coronavirus. But he was very quick to take to Twitter to celebrate the fact that Kim Jong-un is still alive, and he wished the man a speedy recovery. He wished a dictator a speedy recovery. Let me repeat that because it seems mildly important. He praised and wished a dictator a speedy recovery. He has praised and endorsed militant groups attacking Democratic leadership. This is something that's very frightening. This is going to end badly. Had we just stayed the course and stayed home, guess what? You know what we're doing right now? Life is going to start to get back to normal. It's never going to be the way it was, just like things are never going to get back to the way it was before 9/11. Okay? That's just a simple fact. We augment, we adapt, and we move on. That's what we do in these situations. The quicker we stay home, the quicker this is going to get resolved. Okay? Bottom line. So, that's all I got to say. Just, we're going to get through this. But I do greatly fear what's going to happen with Trump endorsing these militant groups. I fear that almost more than I fear the coronavirus. That's all. Have a good day and a better tomorrow.